They're controlling your life without you knowing. I'll prove it. What's good, family? Let's have a real talk. Do you believe you control your choices? That you decide your life based on reason? Your principles? I used to think that way. But the hard truth, which was tough to swallow, is that we've been shaped to act the way we do. I'm walking around New York. It's freezing, but come with me. This talk goes deep and might change your entire perspective. Stop and think. Are you in the driver's seat of your life? Or, deep down, do you feel like you're following a script that's not yours? It's heavy to admit, but most people are trapped, chasing approvals and desires that aren't even theirs. I've been in that loop. I know how it feels. The good news? You can break free. Today, I'll share a story that woke me up and show you how the system guides your decisions without you noticing. If you want to understand why you do what you do and how to take control, stick around until the end. Have you ever wondered who's behind your choices? We think we're free, that we decide based on logic or values. But the truth is, we've been programmed from the start. It took me years to see that my actions came from a system I couldn't even perceive. It's not like they force you with a threat. Today's manipulation is so subtle you don't even feel it. It's like living in a cage but thinking you're soaring free. I chased desires without knowing where they came from. Have you ever felt that kind of emptiness? To explain, I'll share a story I read in a book. It shows how the system controls us without leaving a trace. It's a metaphor that blew my mind, and I think it'll make you question everything. Ready for this dive? Imagine an isolated forest, home to a community of colorful birds. They live singing, flying, eating seeds from fruit trees. But suddenly, the seeds start disappearing. A mysterious group shows up, setting traps with food. Seems harmless, right? Hold on. This group builds a giant cage filled with shiny grains. The hungry birds, drawn by the easy food, fly in. Slowly, every bird in the forest is inside the cage, eating non-stop. Problem solved, right? Not quite. You'd think, now just close the cage and it's done. But the group does something clever. They stop providing grains. With no food, the birds panic. And what happens? They start fighting, attacking each other, desperate to survive. In the end, only 2 birds remain, exhausted but changed. And then, what does the group do? They don't kill them. They open the cage and release the 2 back into the forest. Why? Because now these birds no longer seek seeds. They hunt other birds. What's the message? The group shaped the cage's environment, and that transformed the birds' behavior. They didn't choose to become predators. They were forced by the system manipulating them, and they didn't even know who was pulling the strings. Now reflect. Isn't this what happens to us? The system creates our environment, social media, ads, insecurities, and, without realizing it, we make choices that aren't ours. I chased validation, thinking it was my desire. Have you noticed how we're buried in distractions? Quick videos, likes, Instagram comparisons. It's cheap dopamine that traps you. I got lost in it, seeking status, acceptance, things that weren't my dream. Have you ever analyzed this? The system wants you to think you're free. That's why the manipulation is so subtle. If you realized you're trapped, you'd rebel. But since you believe you're in charge, you play along. It took me a while to see I was just a pawn. Think of a guy full of dreams, energy to conquer everything. The system throws him into an environment of fear, doubt, distractions. Slowly, he forgets who he is. I lived this. I abandoned my dreams to fit what was expected. Today, we seek others' approval. We want to be admired, desired, validated. I did this, chasing likes, fame, acceptance. But deep down, those choices weren't mine. They were what I was taught to want. The craziest part? We call this personality. That's just who I am. I've got a strong vibe. But what if it's just programming? I thought I was unique, but I was just following the script. Have you ever stopped to question who you really are? The system is clever. It pits us against each other. Men versus women, left versus right. Everyone comparing and tearing each other down. Meanwhile, the manipulators stay chill, out of sight. I saw this clearly. They don't need to force you. They just make you doubt yourself. They convince you you're weak, that you need to prove yourself. I compared myself to influencers, feeling behind. In the end, it felt like it was my fault. This led me to a heavy question. Where do your desires come from? You want money, status, love. But why? A mentor told me, whoever controls your desires controls you. Today, algorithms decide what we want. Nietzsche said that desire drives man, not logic. You justify it later, but desire comes first. What if it's being manipulated? I realized I wanted things out of insecurity, not purpose. Have you ever questioned this? Social media, advertisements, emotional emptiness. All of it shapes what you want. You desire what they taught you to desire. I fell for it, chasing cars, status, just to fill a void. But what if the void was created by them? Think about the birds. Before, they ate seeds, flew freely. In a cage, they became hunters. They forgot who they were. I was like that. I had clarity about what I wanted, but the system made me forget. Do you remember what moved you before? Before Instagram, the fear of rejection, the judgment. You knew what you wanted. I dreamed big, but then I started comparing. Myself obeying. The system makes you believe you're weak, but you're stronger than you think. The way out is clarity. It's not about hating the system or rebelling. It's about understanding where you are and where you want to go. I started asking myself, why do I want this? That reflection changed how I live and choose. Seek what made you vibrate before. What lit you up before social media. Before the fear of failing. I reconnected with old dreams from when I was a child. Have you ever stopped to remember what truly made you smile? Another thing, find a greater purpose. I believe in God, and that guides me. Whatever your belief, find something beyond status or money. I've seen wealthy people with a huge emptiness. Don't fall into that trap. Clarity is the game. Many want wealth, but don't know why. I know people who got there and fell into depression. Why? Because they chased false desires. Ask, what do I really want? That's liberating. To wake up, look at your environment. Are social media platforms draining you? Cut your time on them. I reduced my phone use by 2 hours a day, started reading, reflecting. My mind cleared, and I began to hear my inner voice again. Stop comparing yourself. The system wants you to feel small. I used to watch influencers and thought I was a failure. But everyone has their own pace. Focus on your path, and confidence will return. You are already enough. Action is what sets you apart. Understanding is good, but without movement, nothing happens. I started by writing down my true desires, cutting out distractions. Little by little, my life changed. Are you ready to take the first step now? This video is a wake-up call. You're not here by chance. The system shaped you, but you can break free. I did. And today, I live with more purpose. Seize this chance to question and rebuild your life. You are stronger than they made you believe. Take back control. Seek clarity. Live for what makes you thrive. This is the start of your freedom. What truly drives you? Find that, and no one can manipulate you anymore. You're seeing this because something pulled you. We've been conditioned, but we're not slaves forever. With clarity and courage, you can break this cycle and live for your desires. I woke up, and you can too. The question is, will you act now or stay on autopilot? If this hits you, comment. What desire do you think isn't yours? I'm in New York, but I want to know if you vibe with this reflective style, so I can bring more like it. Click the link in the description, join my free Telegram group for exclusive tips, and follow me on Instagram. Drop a like to show support, and let's wake up together.